So if I remember correctly, we finished all the contracts at this planet. It's now time to move on to our flashpoint. Whether or not we're ready for the flashpoint, I'm not really all that certain. Because we don't have any extra medium mechs at the moment. If we can go to a store and get just one more Wolverine part, we'd be good, but fortunately we're one part away. We'd also have to be able to build it too, which is going to take time. We do have 6 days that are being used to repair mechs, so let's take a look at the star map to see how much time it's going to take us. 17 days to travel. That means we have 11 days to do any modifications. So let's take a look at our mech bay. There should only be one mech to do setup for. Let's see what we can do with this. I do have PPCs, so we could set this up for its default. I'm not really that big of a fan of the default Panther. It's not a terrible mech, but I just don't think it has a damage output that I'd like to see, as it only does like 82 damage, and for a 35-ton mech, that is not good enough. Let's see if we can do better than that. Of course, we do have a time limit to consider as well, so we can't get too crazy with this thing. Let's see. Would an SRM-6 make sense in this? With the tonnage we save from having a PPC, our heat efficiency is still amazing, although we still need to install jump jets, so I'll go ahead and do that now. Alright. We've got 5 tons still left over. Panthers are decently armored mechs for their weight, although we could improve that, of course. Looks like all the energy weapons are in the arms, so that's definitely an emphasis there, huh? We do need a ton of ammo, before I get too carried away. Go ahead and put that over there, just so it's not on the same side as our energy weapons. So we've got 4 tons to work with at this point. Now, damage-wise, we're doing 88 damage, which in theory is a slight improvement over the normal Panther, although we are giving up a little bit of range to do so. I guess I wouldn't mind a single medium laser. And then maybe a heat sink. We'll put it over here to try and protect the ammo. Then 2 tons of armor, maybe? We could go with another heat sink. But that's alright from a heat efficiency standpoint, as long as we're not on a planet that's a desert. You know what? We should check what planet we're going to be going to. It's only 7 days, which I don't think armor really adds on any time. Now, we should definitely max out the right arm, because it has all of our weapons. We may make this asymmetric. Not necessarily symmetrical here. We'll go with, like, I don't know, 70 there. 30 in the rear. 75 there. I mean, we're more than likely going to up armor it more than I am, because 2 tons is a lot of armor. We still have a full ton here. Let's just go full 80 there. We'll go up to 60 there. Go up to 95. Go 35, 30, 45. This arm really doesn't matter, so I'm not going to up armor it too much. Let's go up to 70 here, and then just put the rest in the center torso. Oops. Alright. That's pretty good. So, damage output wise, we're definitely better than the default, although that is at closer ranges. And we have way better armor. I think that's a pretty good setup, and it's only going to take 7 days for it to be completed, so we have plenty of time to see it happen. This isn't going to be too bad of a backup mech, I think. So we'll go ahead and confirm that.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Alright, so we have a lot of mechs that need repairs. I might want to play with the the art design of some of my mechs to see what we like with that. But in any case, yeah, let's go ahead and just get into traveling. I don't think there's anything else we need to do unless we're going to just check the store one more time to see if there's anything here we'd want. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the star map here. There we go. I'm curious what type of planet this is. I'm not sure if it's going to tell me here. Let's talk about the contract, though. So this is... the Free Worlds League is employing me against House Liao, or the Capellans. It is a long engagement, so we can expect a few missions. There are going to be consecutive deployments, so this is where the backup mechs and the backup pilots are going to be pretty important. A reward is a rare mech. We do have tonnage requirements of light. This should be no problem for us, as we have plenty of light mechs. I have a highly delicate contract that requires your immediate attention. The task at hand is sensitive to the point that it cannot be discussed over an open channel. Meet me in the Duchy of Andurian, and I'll fill you in on the details. Let's take a look at the planet itself, though. It's an arid world, high-gravity planet. Manufacturing, Merrick headquarters, mining, moderate population, moons, periphery-level civilization. Interesting, because it's not in the periphery, it's actually in the inner sphere, but I guess it's on the edge, so it is what it is. Normally, this is a fairly difficult area, but the flashpoint kind of takes precedent. Alright. Well, this is where we're going, so let's get going. Hopefully this works out. With a long engagement length, that's a little dicey, because you fail any part of this, you don't get the bonus reward. So this is maybe going to be challenging for us, but we'll make do. 17 days is, I think, just enough time for my pilot to recover as well. And we also don't have to go into the flashpoint immediately either. So, all right, fingers crossed, this is our first flashpoint. If we're really lucky, and if we want to really spend time, we might be able to buy a Wolverine part at this location and finish off a medium mech. Or maybe we get some parts for something else that we have. I just don't think that's very likely. But at least we have the chance that it will happen. We are going to get a ship upgrade. Fortunately, I am kind of low on money because I did spend hard on those Wolverine parts. Because I wanted there to at least be a chance for it.
Hey boss, we've just completed.
Alright, let's take a look at our upgrades. What's available? Alright, we've got this, which is 130,000, and it will take 20 days, and it'll give me +3 tech points. And we have this, which is 270, gives me 2, so obviously that one's the more efficient. Get a bigger barracks. Maybe I should have looked at the pilots as well. Maybe we'll do that at our location. Honestly, I think I'm going to do the upgraded automation just because it's not that expensive. I won't be as worried about my finances, but it gets us in a good spot from our tech point perspective, so we get repairs and stuff done quicker, which may allow us to get the if we get a Wolverine, to get it finished fast. So that'd be nice. Okay, Panther's about to be finished.
I wrapped up that job you asked for, Commander.
Okay, well that's everything. Let's go in. 3, 2, 1. There we are. Okay, we're not going to begin this contract just yet. Let's take a look at the store. Unfortunately, it's quick draw part, which we're not allowed to buy. So we do have small lasers that are special. We have actually 2. That one's just crit chance. I like the extra damage when I can see it. So I will buy this because it's not that expensive.
New weapon systems available.
Yeah, it looks like it. So, alright. Not the biggest store here, but I guess it's not too surprising. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at our mech warriors. See if we have any to level up. So starting up at the top. Freak has 2,600 points. What were we looking for him to upgrade? We already got the overheat threshold, so gunnery skill wouldn't necessarily be bad to pick up. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So far, Freak is my best pilot. And he still has a high spirit, which is going to make him a very fantastic pilot. Lawyer.
Here.
I wouldn't mind getting a little bit of tactics from her. Get that indirect fire penalty down. Not that we really use it too much at the moment, but
Mech warrior training
it is what it is. I'm still waiting for this with my pilot. Unfortunately, I keep getting injured, so
Ready for order.
I haven't really been able to spend stuff on what I want.
Let's do this.
And Stargazer just is lacking in it. Okay, that's fine. We also have our backup pilots. If before we start this flashpoint, we need to put the points in, because if we have a consecutive deployment, we will not be able to put the experience points into our pilots, so we need to get them ready now. So I did skip over some people. Let's go to the ones I skipped over. So let's start with Polecat. What would we want Polecat to be? We already have 2 scouts, so we're good on that. We have 2 attackers, or at least we're going for that. Wouldn't mind having a 3rd one. We also need a backup gunner. Would we have somebody else that would be good for that? Maybe Woodhen? Yeah, Polecat should probably be our backup attacker. So let's start going towards that. So you're going to get those abilities. We're not going to quite be able to get you another ability that I need you to have. But I will take Guts up to the point where you get an extra health point. Alright, that's not a lot of great stuff here, but maybe that's a waste of points. Let's get the gunnery skill up. There we go. That'll do. We'll confirm that. So she's half decent, but not great.
training confirmed, Commander.
Okay. Squire is a really bad pilot, and we'd only use if we were absolutely desperate. Probably a little bit in gunnery skill would be best used there, because 2 is not a great level. I don't know what we'd use him for, but at least get him
Training
something.
complete.
And then we have Woodhen.
Commander.
So Woodhen's going to be our backup gunner. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So piloting skill is not going to be all that important. Yeah, let's go gunnery and guts. Tactics give me anything? No, gunnery and guts. It will be. So, yeah, that's going to be it. So, our backup pilots are not that great once we get past Pyramid. Pyramid is our best backup pilot, and then Polecat's kind of alright, and then Woodhen is really not good, and then Squire is terrible. So, we would prefer not to have to use them, but we do have them there in case they're around, or we need them.
Mech
Oh, you know
warrior
what?
Training complete.
Go to the hiring hall before we do anything else. Let's see if we can pick somebody up that's really nice. Fortunately, we can't get this person or this person because of the MRB rating requirement we don't have. Rivet isn't a bad scout, but we already have a backup scout. Lionfish is a pretty decent, just like all-rounder that isn't, you know, necessarily awesome. Let's see what you have. So you're a commoner, entry-level corporate. It's not really striking me as anything fantastic. I don't think we'll probably need it, but you never know with a long engagement. I say no, but we'll see. It wouldn't hurt to pick them up. Ah, F it. Lionfish, you're on.
New mech
I just need to make sure we're okay. And I don't want something like not being able to use a pilot to hold me back. So, there we go. Now that person's not going to have any experience, at least they shouldn't. So,
Good to go.
not going to really be able to upgrade them, but they're pretty solid across the board, and we can do a lot with Lionfish in the future. So, alright, we're pretty solid here, in my opinion. We've got at least a full lance of backup pilots. Again, some of them aren't so great, but hey, they're there. Alrighty. Let's go back and do the flashpoint. I think we have everything else in order. All the mechs are in order. Wish they were better mechs, but it is what it is. Okay, here we go. Alright, begin. Okay, prototype. High orbit. Commander Gunner, before we begin, you must understand that the matters we're about to discuss are to be held in the highest confidence. You are not to repeat anything you are told today, not to anyone, and not ever. Am I understood? We're professionals, Force Commanders. Thing? However you pronounce that. We know how to keep our mouths shut. Very good, Mr. Oliveira. I'll hold you to it. 6 months ago, an Andorian defense contractor called Black Caldera Defense stole a prototype battle mech, a Raven. Okay, we thought it was going to be a Raven, from Hellespont Industrials on Cyan. In the intervening time, they have labored on behalf of Dame Catherine Humphreys to reverse engineer it, presumably for the benefit of the Andorian military. Now, the Capellans are laying siege to Fagerholm. Hope I pronounced that right as well. And they are on the verge of taking their prototype back. If they succeed, they'll maintain unilateral access to the revolutionary new technologies that the Raven was built upon. For the sake of the Inner Sphere as a whole, that cannot be allowed to happen. I want you to find the Raven, recover it, and bring it back to me. Okay, cool. I mean, I'd be happy with the Raven. What is the Raven exactly, and why is it so important? It's an electronic warfare platform in battle mech form, sensor disruption ECM, a whole suite of game-changing technologies, all packed in the chassis of a single high-speed scout. So this is part of the urban warfare path, I assume. By the way, I have the DLC for urban warfare. I have never actually played the career mode with it. Didn't really touch it much with urban warfare. As I said, it's still in the prototype stage. Even the Capellans haven't actually deployed a Raven on the battlefield yet, but they will soon enough, and when that happens, we're going to need one too. If all of this is true, why would you wait until the 11th hour to do anything about it? Duchy of Andorian is a province of the Free Worlds League. You could have deployed troops to Fagerholm months ago. If we'd known sooner, we would have acted sooner. Regrettably, neither Dame Catherine nor Black Caldera Defense saw fit to inform us of their plans. Neither did they tell us when House Liao sent a fleet to Fagerholm to reclaim its stolen property. Indeed, they've done everything they can to keep us in the dark. If it wasn't for the watchful eye of Safe, we would have no idea that any of this was even happening. Okay, we understand the scenario. Tell us how we can help. I want you to locate the Raven and bring it back to me in one piece. To that end, you will rendezvous with Bravo Lance of the 5th Defenders of Andorian. Their leader, Umbra, is a niece of mine, and she has operational knowledge of Black Caldera's holdings. We've been in contact with Umbra and has agreed to turn against Dame Catherine. Oh, okay. She and her Lance are patriots. They know enough to prioritize the League as a whole over their own little corner of it. You're sure that you can trust these people? We'll see. As well as I trust anyone, Bravo Lance has seen the folly of Dame Catherine's ambition firsthand. 2/3 of their company has died to protect her secrets, and their own mechs are on the verge of falling apart. So we're coming in, and we're swooping the Raven out of the hands of somebody else from the Free Worlds League. All right, interesting. Umbra is a woman of integrity, but even if she weren't, Bravo Lance has ample motive to see this operation through. I've already agreed to repatriate them to Atreus. Again, I hope I pronounced that correctly. When the job is done, I offered them a fresh start, and they were all too eager to accept it. Can't blame them for that. We'll rendezvous with Bravo Lance and see what they have to say. Very good, Commander. Bring me the Raven, and your company will be well rewarded. I'll speak with you again when your task is completed. All right. I'm curious to see if we have the Raven in our lineup in one of these, because this is a long engagement, so I expect at least a few missions, like in a row, potentially. All right, for your first deployment, you will take the field alongside Umbra and the rest of Bravo Lance. Together, you will sweep the AO for hostiles, eliminating any Capellan units you find along the way. Bravo Lance has endured a great deal of punishment over the past few months, and will need your help to come through this deployment in one piece. Okay, so this is a battle mission, and it is in an urban environment, so again, urban warfare for you. Anything interesting about urban? Because I have never actually had an engagement in urban before. I don't think there's anything special, but let's see. The inner sphere is the center of human life in the galaxy. Most populous systems in the inner sphere are dotted or covered in dense urban sprawls. Ferrocrete metal, steep skylines, and asphalt as far as the eye can see. Such environments of low visibility and low mobility are not friendly to unprepared mech. Okay, good. We do have a lance tonnage maximum, and we do have some tonnage restrictions. This mission has some restrictions of the weight of mechs you can field. Now, that may not actually play out for every mission, only some missions. We'll have to see how it goes. Sometimes it's hard to say until you actually get in here. So this is our pay, our salvage, our reputation. Okay. We already read this one, right? Okay, let's negotiate. I'm fine with 50-50 with this one. So let's go ahead and accept. All right, we will need to change this Lance loadout quite a bit. First off, pilots are coming back from injuries, so Pyramid, you're gone. The Commando 1B is fine, perhaps, although this is an urban. So that challenge map was urban, perhaps? Yes, it was. Exactly, Ursi. This is urban, so mechs without jump jets are going to be at slight disadvantage. And hi, Ursi. So this mech for sure we're going to get rid of. And the Jenner is going to come back. We're going to take Freak and put him in the command of the Jenner. Which at this point, I'm actually not sure is the right move. I'm going to put my own pilot in control of the Enforcer. We've got, yeah, Lawyer is in the Vindicator. Our max is 55 tons, which we don't have any mech that exceeds that anyway, and we're not going to play with any mechs that exceed that anyway, so that's already part of our challenge. Maximum tonnage is 200 tons. We're well within that, so yeah, we couldn't have been more than that, even if we wanted to be. So this is the question where we ask ourselves, is the Commando going to be a viable mech for this one? We could go Spider, but we would really much reduce our firepower with that because it's not really armed all that heavily, and it also has really bad armor. Or we could use the Panther. It doesn't have necessarily the as good movement speed, but for an urban environment, it might not be too bad because it does have 4 jump jets. And its armament is much heavier, and its armor is much heavier. I think that's the right call. Even over the Commando. The Commando has better firepower. I don't remember which 1B it was that we were using. Probably this one. Yeah, it has 10 more damage, but there's a lot of limitations to that because it's all medium close range kind of stuff. Whereas the Panther does have some long range capability, and it's going to have the greater mobility in an urban environment. So I honestly think this is the better loadout. We're also going slightly heavier with this loadout, which again to me is meaningless. But I think for an urban environment, this setup is probably the better setup. All right, this is what we're going to do. Let's deploy. So this is going to be our best Lance loadout and our best pilots. It may bite us, though. If we take head hits on any of our, well, or any other kind of pilot injury, we're going to lose one of these pilots, and these are our best pilots. And if we have to repair one of these mechs, that's another issue for us. All right, so we just have to, our current objective is just to rendezvous with Bravo Lance and clear things out. So fairly simple, straightforward so far. Battle missions tend to be that straightforward kind of thing. Taking a little while to load. There it goes. I had pretty good luck with loading screens, but this one might be a little bit more involved missions, so maybe that's why it's taking longer to load. All right, here we go. So I've never done this mission before, so I have no idea what to expect from it. And these flashpoints are going to be a little bit different. Because there's like a storyline and what have you. Here we are, EXO. Scenic New Jacobstad. The shiniest combat zone on Fagerholm. I've got Bravo Lance on the comms, and the drop pods are prepared to launch. Are you ready? Are you reading us, Umbra? We read you, and we appreciate the assist. Our metal's been beaten to hell and back over the course of this deployment, and our meat isn't doing much better. Truth be told, I don't think we could survive another deployment without your help. Probably could have survived. Your uncle the vendor, had nice things to say about you. Woman of integrity and all that. He's an honorable man. We haven't always seen eye to eye, but he's sticking his neck out to help us, just like you are. When you're as beaten up as we are, that means a lot. Amen to that. I've been seeing double since that last head hit I took, and Conqueror's been bleeding from the ears for 3 days now. Has anyone from the 5th come to relieve me? To relieve any of us? Hell no, they haven't. And so here we are again, all loaded up in these busted-ass ceramic cocoons, getting ready to slam ourselves to the ground for the 100th time. Speaking of which, watch your head, Commander. We're prepped and ready to drop. We've got mechs on the ground, Commander, ready to advance on the Capellans when you are. Alright, so we've got kind of an assault setup here, alright. So, destroy the invasion force is pretty much what we're at. Support and protect Bravo Lance. 1 must survive and evac. 4 remain. I'd like to get all 4 of them if we can. They are a little beat up. It looks like they have 25% reduction in armor, and of course they are being very aggressive with their placement here, so we're going to have to work hard to protect them. What else we got? A Griffin 1N and a Trebuchet 5N. Well, that Trebuchet is going to be pretty good for us, but the medium mechs look like they're more beat up than the light mechs, so that's a little bit unfortunate. I think the 1N is the standard variant of a Griffin. I'll be able to confirm that in a little bit, as soon as they've done taking their turn. It is indeed. So they've got pretty good support mechs. Hopefully they don't use them too aggressively. Alright, so the buildings and stuff are going to be pretty important to use. We got a kind of a smoggy, foggy day. I'll try and get in behind this building. Cover can be kind of tricky in these urban environments because sometimes it's hard to see your sight lines or as well.
Rolling.
Alright, what do we got? I'm gonna move the Jenner up right in behind this building. Panther, I'd also like to move somewhat aggressively, so we'll move in front of the...
Something on sensors.
Alright, we do have contact. Move it in front of the Vindicator, I guess.
Acknowledged.
Alright, we'll have to see what kind of contacts we have. We have 2 lances coming in here, so I expect the opposition to be somewhat fierce. Heads up, Commander. We've got incoming drop pods. I've tracked their trajectory and marked their LZ on your screen. Okay, so that's a big red area, so we probably don't want to be underneath that when they land. Propellant reinforcements? Lyrians. Looks like House Steiner has decided to join the party. Ah, okay, so this is another thing that came with urban warfare. Sometimes you have 3 sides in an engagement. So this is going to make things lovely. So the Steiner lance should be hostile to the Capellans. We'll just have to see how this plays out. They're dropping right on top of where the Capellans are, so we'll have to see. I hate parties. That spider is moving on up. Fully into cover. Alright, so we got 3 light mechs that we know about. Now, myself, I'm going to be conservative here. So we're going to go ahead and reserve. Let them come to us. So far, they don't see us, so it's fine. We don't know when this is going to drop. It's possible it will happen next turn. We don't really know. This one may be able to see that spider. Firestarter. Firestarters are kind of dangerous mechs. Thankfully it missed. Spider had pretty good evasion, so... Alright, we don't know what else is going to happen here, so I'm definitely reserving all the way through. Although we could probably help out a little bit here. Stargazer is going to be our scout.
Receiving you.
We could sensor lock. I mean, this guy's going to be hard for us to hit if we don't. So, let's do a jump jet. Move right behind this building. The enemies are going to be right there, so this might be dicey positioning, but Hopefully the building will give us some cover. We'll sensor lock up that
Firing
javelin.
jump
I'm sorry, fire starter. That way,
I've got it
my
so far.
allies can hit it a little bit more easily, because they should have a targeting sleeve. Here they go. Pretty aggressive move. Okay. Now the stray shots are going to really come into play in an urban environment. We're going to be hitting buildings and stuff, and those buildings may be going down, so... One of the reasons why they added stray shots with the urban warfare DLC is because of that kind of stuff. Makes the urban fighting a lot more interesting. I'm fine with just reserving here. I have a feeling Trebuchet is probably going to open up on that fire starter, which is good because we want that fire starter taken out. A fire starter has no cover because it just went out in the open and fired. So it's going to take a beating here. All right.
I live to serve.
Freak is not going to be able to walk to anywhere cool, so we're going to end up having to jump. Now that fire starter was not one of the first mechs for them to go. I do want the cover of this building though, so I'm going to jump in right about there. So when House Steiner drops in here, we don't want to be on top of where they are. And this guy has the ace pilot ability, so we'll be able to hit and scoot.
Got it, Commander.
Okay, good. Structure exposed. Got a couple crits. The fire starter is a very dangerous opponent, but its damage is all on its arms. So if we can get in there.
Standing by.
Alright, can we jump somewhere cool? Looks like we can get a direct line of sight here. Again, I'm going to be kind of aggressive to try and protect the my allies. And also, if we could take out a fire starter, that would be amazing. So I'm going to try for it.
Acknowledged.
And right now, it just seems like we have a single light lance. Because there's nothing really happening on the medium. Although there could be vehicles and stuff we don't know about.
Copy that, Commander.
Alright. Now for me. Do an over-the-shoulder shot. Over my Jenner. This might be a good... Oh. Oh no, that's right.
Engaging target.
Okay, good damage. Another crit.
Enemy mech.
I prefer to blow its arms off, but... I suggest that you vacate the AO immediately, Commander. The lance that I've just deployed is under orders to destroy any hostile mechs it encounters, including yours. Appreciate the warning, but we aren't going anywhere. Not without the prototype, eh? I know what you're here for, Oliviera. We're on the same mission, but for different masters. I don't care what your mission is, Illyrian. You aren't welcome here. Bravo Lance, light them up! Alright, what do they have? Oh, so the X's are the other enemy. Interesting. What are you doing? Are you gonna go in and do a melee strike? Oh, you took out the guy's arm, so I'll congratulate you on that, although I didn't really get to see it. And you knocked him down. What do we got? Commando, Locust 1S, Locust 1V, and just those 3 mechs? Okay, that's not really all that heavy. Alright, here they come. They gonna go after me, or are they gonna go after that spider? Oh, they didn't go after anything. Okay. I'm gonna try and finish off the fire starter here.
Commander?
Although, I am gonna multi-target it. Oh. This guy's blocking the line of sight to the fire starter. That's unfortunate. In that case, we may not do anything. Although, granted, if we move in here and we attack the Locust 1S, before it's moved, it's a sitting duck. That's really tempting. That's really, really tempting, because Locust 1S don't have a lot of armor, and we might be able to really beat it up. But I also don't want to be at, like, no evasion, so... What can Stargazer do? Ah, Stargazer can do some good stuff for us. Jump up on top of the building? This is a very aggressive move and may have consequences, but being high up does give you advantages. We could also precision strike it.
Oh, yeah. Here
I'm
we
curious
go.
what this is. It's an urban mech. Oh, it's that variant. So this one has an AC. Holy shit. Well, we don't want to be hit by that. That's an AC-20. It probably doesn't have much ammo, but it doesn't really matter if it hits you. Do we throw out the precision strike on the Locust to make it even better of a chance? It shouldn't be any better of a chance, so we'll just go with the normal attack here. Perfect. We just knocked out one of its weapons. And we critted the other one.
I hit something good.
I'll take that. Javelin's gonna move up. What is it gonna fire at? It's gonna fire at the commando. Not a bad thing to go after. Oh, this is the medium laser variant of the Javelin. And here comes that AC-20 equipped urban mech. It's gonna go after, well, missed. That's unfortunate for it because I think it only has like 4 shots of that thing. 4 or 5. Oh, you just stayed put, huh? Interesting. So House Steiner isn't really doing a whole lot in this one. What we got? So we need to eliminate both of the teams here, but so far this doesn't seem like it's going to be that difficult. We have the higher, we have better numbers, and we have the better firepower, I think, between these. Because I mean, House Steiner is just a couple locusts and a couple other things, but problem is Locust 1V I don't think we really pay too much mind to because it's not really that much of a threat, so I think we just reserve through, let the rest of the mechs go, which House Steiner is just sitting there. I don't know what they're doing. The AI is a little confused, I think. Alright, well, whatever. So that should be all of the enemy having gone, except for the fires. Oh, did the fire starter die? I don't have anything to select here. I guess it died? Was that a pilot incapacitation? I guess I missed it. So it's dead. Alright. We never got an idea of what this mech is. We know that's an urban mech with an AC-20, which is not fun. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
I'm gonna find out what this thing is. And we'll base our decision on what we do about it. I want to be able to fire at the commando, though, if I want to. It's going to put me in a position where I don't have a lot of evasion, though. Let's get the most evasion we can get.
Acknowledged.
Also keeps me away from that AC-20 armed urban mech. Oh, another one. Alright, so this is a high priority target now. I will use precision strike to make it a little bit more accurate fire here. Let's just go center torso and try and kill it as fast as possible. I don't know how much armor this variant of the urban mech has. It may have stripped some of that out. Okay, here comes the Griffin, our allied Griffin. Also going after the same urban mech. Oh, it's actually split shoot. It's splitting his shots. All right.
Commander?
So in my opinion, that urban mech is the bigger threat. 1.5 skulls. And this is our first flashpoint. Alright, let's take that urban mech out. I don't see a reason why I did not to use another precision strike here. Let's just go center torso and try and finish it off.
This should be good.
We need to not miss with that large laser. Okay, trebuchet coming in. Not sure what it's going to do. Oh, I'm just gonna flat out murderize the commando. Alright, that's fine. Okay, let's finish off that urban mech. if we can.
Engaging
Oh,
target.
come on, guys. I don't think that's going to do it. That blew off its arm, which looks like it may have the AC-20, so
Enemy mech. Critical
we'll have to double
damage
check that.
detected.
But if that was the case, then this thing's not really a threat anymore. Okay, Spider, come in and... Why are you doing melee strikes? You've got lasers, my friend. Here comes the other AC-20 armed guy. Still going after that. Yeah. Yeah, that's that. Focus 1S. Moving. Are you going to be aggressive? Going after the Panther. Okay, cool. Yeah, House Steiner is almost dead before it even it got anything going. On that first turn, it just didn't really know what to do. Okay. So really, the main threat now is this urban mech, but the urban mech has not really moved.
Commander.
Probably just reserve because it... I'm sorry, it doesn't have any evasion. It has moved. Let's just go ahead and go.
Waiting to pounce.
Our allied Javelin coming up on the building. Going after the urban mech. I like that. I don't remember how many shots this thing's taken, but it can't have much more ammo. But if it hits a one, some of these light mechs, that might be all she wrote. So, okay. Fortunately, the Spider taking some damage. All right, so this one is not really a threat. It just has a small laser, so we can pretty much ignore it.
I'm your spaniel.
Problem is, I can't really get to the other urban mech. Not without jumping, and then I think I'd overheat. So, let's just go after this focus, I guess.
On my way.
Yeah, we're starting to really overheat here.
Punching all the buttons.
Goodbye, left torso.
I think things are going swimmingly. Don't you?
Good. Well, that's the wrong urban mech. I mean, it's fine if you finish it off, but all right, you're just hiding. That's fine. Okay. The question is, can my heavier mechs even get into a position to do anything to this urban mech? If I jump up on this building, question is, do I have much heat left over when I do that? All right, we'll give it a go. But
Engaging jump jets.
yeah, we got to turn some of this stuff off. Maybe the large laser and the two medium lasers can stay on? It would be slightly more damage. Okay, we got out the left torso. Granted, that's not the side that matters.
Critical damage.
Unless the ammo is in the left torso, which I don't know if it is. Who are you going after? Yes, good target. Good job. Not a lot of health left in that thing, so we might be able to take him out. Okay, so Stargazer.
Let's do this.
I'm okay with you just staying put and making sure you get a good salvo in here.
Acknowledge.
Come on. Damn. Well, you can still move. Have you jump down, as long as you don't overheat.
Lifting off.
Fortunately, I don't think the Vindicator is going to be able to get in there.
Waiting for orders.
I can fire the LRM-5, but that's not likely going to get a kill. Yeah, I can jump here, but I don't get line of sight. So, probably just a normal move. We will fire the LRM-5, just to, like, try and poke at the guy.
I'm there.
But I have a feeling this might not go as well as we'd like. Should be able to get all that fire off.
10-4.
Die! No luck. No luck. I didn't have any idea how much health it had left. Alright, good hits. Get ready for more company, Commander. We've got inbound compel and drop pods. All right, I expect this. This kind of makes sense because so far it's been kind of easy. Repeat, Liao drop pods are on the way. Yeah, we'll check the urban mech here in a second. Here comes the spider to punch again. Has not used its lasers even once. Hey, good job! Wasn't a whole lot holding that thing together, but... The only thing left is this urban mech who's going to fire a small laser at me. Thankfully, I had pretty good cover, so that did do not as much damage as it could have. I mean, there's the locust left over, but I don't really care. Oh, they're going after the urban mech. Good job! Definitely is a three-way smackdown for sure. Okay, so you have yet to go. These guys are far enough away we could probably ignore them, and they haven't even dropped yet.
Waiting for orders.
So I'm going to try and finish this guy off. Maybe we move a little bit.
I'm going.
You probably get a rear shot on me if I don't finish him, but that's okay. I have to turn off too many damn lasers. Alright, that's alright. I'll take that. It only has a medium laser left now.
Solid connection on that one.
Oh, and the javelin's probably going to finish it off here. Well, it depends on who it shoots at. Oh, it's shooting at the urban mech. Okay. This is in Merrick territory. I think it's called Fagerholm was the name of the planet. Kind of on the outskirts.
Good to go.
Yeah, let's start getting ourselves into a position to get the other guys going here. Turn off the SRM-6. We don't need to waste the ammo.
Engaging target.
Goodbye. So this is all over a Raven. So there's a prototype Raven, and House Merrick stole it from House Liao, and then Steiner is here because they heard about the party and they wanted in on it, I guess. So that's what it's all about. Hopefully when we get through this flashpoint, we get a Raven ourselves, because there is a promise of a rare mech if you complete it. And that just seems to add up. But we'll see when that happens. Okay, what's still alive here? Just a locust or two? Yeah, 2 locusts. And then we've got the reinforcements that are coming in. Alright. Well, you are already up on top of this building, so let's go after the one that's just standing there. I do want to, like, cool off a little bit, so this is a fine salvo. More than likely we'll get the kill anyway. Yeah, super dead. So 1 locust down.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Okay, trebuchet coming in. That should probably be able to finish off the... Yeah, they got stuff in... Well, they're the furthest away, right? Why isn't House Davian here? They should be here too. And we have our lance and then a lance of Merrick troops as well as allies. Which you probably already figured out, but wanted to clarify. Yeah, there's no rush to get over there. We'll just take our opportunity to cool off a little bit. And sure, a brace. Our morale's going to be pretty high once this engagement actually happens. Look out, people! We've got another Liao reinforcement lance on the field. Not too worried about it. Unless it's like super, like... If it's a heavy lance, that'd be a problem. But so far, it's only been light mechs. Although it seems like an appropriate time to throw some medium mechs at me. You had your initial recon lance. Okay. My allies are just kind of spinning their wheels, getting ready. Yeah, I'll just have you walk. Because you're the closest to the engagement. Maybe just walk in behind that building. You're gonna need to jump somewhere, so jump over here. Sure, run in the water. We need you to cool off.
Rolling.
Ooh, hiccup. Not sure if this building is going to provide me much cover, but we'll go ahead and get in there.
Consider me there.
All right. So far, so good. You're hopping down. You're hopping down. We're getting very fancy with all these jump jets, huh? Spider that doesn't want to use its medium lasers. Alrighty. You guys are kind of facing the wrong way, but... There they are. Don't know what they are just yet. Oh, one light, one medium. Yeah. Let's let the light mech go here. Another Locust 1V. Not too much of a threat. So it's getting nice and close to that spider. Missed. Spider's not in really the most ideal position, but... Grabs the javelin. Probably open up on that Locust. That doesn't feel too good for the Locust. As a matter of fact, that was pretty damn good accuracy for that much evasion. What the hell? You use a precision strike or something? A Shadowhawk. Okay. Poking away the evasion. That's a standard Shadowhawk. Okay. Let's just make sure there's no other medium mechs.
Waiting for the right move.
The Griffin. That's going to be a not too happy Locust. Okay, Trebuchet. Curious what the Trebuchet is going to do. Is it going to go after the Shadowhawk here? Yeah, it sure is. It might split its shots, though. No, it's just going full bore. Well, that's alright. So just those two mechs, huh? I almost don't want to believe it. It's possible there's a medium mech we're not seeing, but... It's starting to look like that might be all that there is. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do a split shot situation here. We should have the heat to be able to do that. Let's turn all our weapon systems on. So you are going to be A, you are going to be B. Burn through that evasion.
Engaging multiple targets.
Okay, good. Fortunately, the AC-5's on the other side. That's going to be hard for us to hit. Okay. Locust is not having a good day. Alright. Well, the Shadowhawk is clearly the more dangerous threat here. The Locust 1V is not really much of a threat, especially as it's taken a real bad beating.
Waiting for order.
So in my mind, I think the best move here is just go after the Shadowhawk and try and annihilate that.
Lifting off.
So give a precision strike here. Is there anything in the right torso? The LRM-5, and then you got a medium laser. Alright, I'm fine with that. It's already pretty damaged. Well, we are not hitting it there, so unfortunately we hit the opposite torso. Hey, I'm alright with that. Okay.
Standing by.
Oh, Freak's way over here. Probably should have used a sensor lock with him, huh? Jump get you anywhere? No, not... Fortunately, no. You'd still move up and get a sensor lock. So I'll go ahead and do so, because it will help allies. Because depending on how this... Oh wait, that's right, you don't have sensor lock. What is wrong with me? I'm so used to having two scouts.
Yes.
Because that's what I've had for a little while now. Oh, I can't get up on top of the tall building? Oh, man, where's all the dramatic stuff we could be doing here? Alright, we'll just jump over here.
Engaging jump jets.
I think this is a good call for another precision strike as well. Oh, it was the arm that took the beating, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna go after the right torso. Alright. Don't think we really stripped out too many weapons there. Okay, though. Hopefully we can beat on this guy enough. Okay, Spider did actually use its lasers. Here comes the Locust. Which is just gonna run the hell away. Probably a smart move. You're in a perfect position to go intercept that, though.
Waiting for orders.
Can you give me another precision strike? I want to have you walk in the water so we make sure we get full salvo here. We don't really need the precision strike, though. I'll save it for somebody who's going to do more damage. I think a full lance of guys just beating on this guy. He's not going to be alive much longer. Yeah, there goes the right torso. Now, Shadowhawk is pretty hardy mech. But still. Alright, let's go take out the Locust. I will probably use Precision Strike here, especially as the pilot here has high spirits, so it shouldn't cost me too much to fire. We'll go right torso, try and fire everything. Good chance we get the kill here nonetheless. Oh, never mind. Where are you going? You're backing up. That's not going to feel too good. Alright, you're dead. So just the Locust left. Which I might not be in too much of a position to do a whole lot about. We will just sprint towards it.
Full throttle.
The Trebuchet might be able to take it out. Ignore that the missiles are going through the building. Okay. I could have burned through its evasion with Vindicator, I guess, but oh well. Go ahead and fire Alarm 5, because why not?
Target locked.
Okay. So it has very little evasion, and see if we can finish it off with another precision strike here.
Welcome to my Alpha Strike.
Yep.
Are there none?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Ammo explosions, I see what you're saying. Alright, we did it. Thank the gods for that. What a shit show this is. First, House Liao kicks in our door, then House Steiner comes flying in. What's next? The damn Fed Rats? Not if I can help it. We're going to find the Raven, grab it, and wipe out every trace of Black Caldera's research project. If there's nothing on Fagerholm worth fighting over, the great houses will pack up their toys and go home. Oh, we got an incoming message. Ah, alright. Here's our response. Commander Gunner, please contact me when you reach a safe altitude. We need to talk. We're going to get a counteroffer, it looks like.
Mission successful.
We'll see what they have to say. Do you trust a Capellan, though, is the problem. We were successful. No bonus for getting all the allies alive? Oh, come on. 1,500 experience. A lot of salvage. Alright, so we've got a full fire starter. I'm very tempted to grab that. Let's see what else we got. So we got a Shadowhawk 2H. We have 2 parts already. I feel like we gotta go for the fire starter, though. That's going to be a very important mech for us, and if we get really lucky with our draw, we will get a full one. So, let's see if there's any special weapons, so. All right, fingers crossed. We get 7 more choices. Ah, we're gonna end up with a Locust 1S, which we don't really want. We did get the Shadowhawk part, so that's not too bad. So we're only 2 away from that. But just 1 away from a fire starter, and the part was there. That had to have been a pilot kill then, because we got 3 parts of that thing.